Where was I when this was told? Many of you have been living with this since like second, third grade or something, you know? It's been in the backdrop to everything we've done, and now it's come to that point where it's time to move. We're going to be moving to SBS, Sati Bilingual School, down near Katparang. And we just want to kind of have that conversation so that you are aware and informed of everything that we know. So that's why we want to talk to you this morning. So we're moving, and some people might say, why do we really have to move? We love this place. I love this place. There's a lot of memories. I've been here for 15 years. Both my children graduated from here. I love this place. But I was one of the ones that agreed, we need to move. It is time to move. We lost the court case. We fought it with everything we had. We also always entrusted our future to God, saying, He will accept what happens. Trusting that you boys have our very best in heart. So we lost the court case. The outcome of that is that we need to move to a different building. Caused a lot of concern on our part. Where are we going to go? And so there were some negotiations. But it came down to this: is that when we lost that court case, it kind of made World Club a dead-end road. We knew that the future, the long-term future of Grace, was no longer here at this facility. So the question became, where's the best place for us in the short term? And because there were still a lot of questions with the move on, we did not know what the future would be. Would we be able to stay here 6 months, a year, and then have to move out? It was at this time that some unbelievable thing happened. I'm still shocked by it. Somebody said, you know what? They built a high school for 1,000 students right down the road from you guys, and they're open to the idea of sharing campus with us. It's like, what? You don't just build a high school for 1,000 students in an afternoon. They've been doing this for a couple of years, and we never knew about this. What strikes me about that was, even though we didn't know it, God was providing for us. Blessed be the name of the Lord. He gives and He takes away. We will still praise Him no matter what. Blessed be the name of the Lord. So that's why we said, we believe this is God's provision. It gives us more surety and clarity for 2 years before we build a new property and move into that. And so we're going to be moving to SBS. And understand what that really means for you, I've asked Mrs. Raphael to take a talk to you. Mrs. Raphael.
We came here and stayed at the lovely Bradley's house. You guys ever seen the Bradley's house? Awesome, right? Well, the best part about their house is that they have 2 awesome cats. You know what I'm talking about, right? They're man cats. They're red-headed man cats. They have lived through everything. They have been bitten by snakes and lived to tell about it. They have like one eye that doesn't move. And they're just awesome. So we thought when we moved here, we're going to get cats. Because they're awesome. They breed man cats in Thailand. Okay? Now, we got 3 cats. Never had pets before, ever in our lives. So each kid in my family got a cat. Alright? 3 cats show up in our family. Well, a year goes by, and 1 cat never comes back. This is not the story we expected. We want these cats to protect us from all harm, and snakes, all of the above, right? And Jack's cat, Panther, one day went away and never came back. So we're now down to 2 cats, okay? About 4, 5, 6 months later, Mr. Fleck, Kenneth Fleck, some of you guys know him, comes to us and says, hey, you guys have one of those like tabby-ish kind of cats, right? You're like, it's like there's one kind of in rigor mortis by the traffic circle. So we're like, oh. And upon that time, Adrian kind of comes and finds me and she folds her body into a knee. She's racing. Her cat is coming. The news is coming. Jack hops on the moped with Buddy, and boom, they go off to the traffic circle, and they come back, and first thing Jack walks in, Tiny's dead! Tiny is dead! And Bethany is like, ah! Starts sobbing and sobbing. Jack's just, he's telling the neighborhood. Tiny's dead! Right? Well, I have one more child. And the next thing I hear is, I got a shovel, let's go! And Megan is like, I'm ready to bury that cat. Alright, 3 spawns of me that responded entirely different to the fact that the cat was dead. Okay? Jack is our communicator. You guys know this? If there's news to be had, Jack wants to know. Because he's going to tell people. Even this morning, I walked down the stairs and the whole place, all 7th graders on their Chromebooks played a game. They're like, it's Jack's fault. Jack communicated to everybody. Adrian, our sweet Adrian. There she is. Okay. She just called Tiny. I remember when, and we sat, and she's in my room. Her little tears flying, she's emotional. Megan's ready to move on. She was like digging a hole, right? And I thought to myself, I think let's see what's going to happen when I die. Now, I want to share that because in here, all of you are grieving different. And it's not just you seniors, because you seniors are like, I don't care. I don't need to be on this track. I'm out. But you're moving too. Everybody will grieve, and you'll grieve differently. The only thing I want to say today is there's room at the table for everyone. Because you're our family. My kids, though they're different, still sit at my table and eat there. Because they're rabbits. And you will sit at the table of grace and grieve differently. We have a teacher go out there this week, really excited about the new campus. As soon as she saw it, she went, oh no. You might step foot next year in your classroom and go, I thought it was fine. I'm not fine. You go home and you'll take your dog. Or your parents. Someone's getting picked. We're going to grieve differently, and there's room at the table for that. Adrian came home last night from Bible study and said, we're all fine, Mom. You don't even need to worry about this whole travel thing. And I was like, oh, really? And she was like, yeah, it's no big deal. We're moving on. I was like, yeah, that's because all you people, that's cool to look like that. Really cool to be like, ain't no thing. We went to school, it's not a big deal. But there's people in here who are like, it's a big deal. Okay, and if it's just one, that's why we're here. It's a big deal. Some of you have been here since you were in kindergarten. So it's a big deal. Now, I want to say that, like, okay, everybody, hard thing. But I also want to say one more thing. We talk in psychology a lot about this concept of framing. Right? Bailey, what's framing?
Framing is like the way that you present a concept.
Yes. It's coming for me, not Bailey. Alright. We have the ability to frame our move. Okay? my wedding picture. It's 20 years ago. 20 years ago. And it's so 1990s. I've got bangs going everywhere. I've got some sort of funky dress and big high poofy shoulders. Right? And Adrian says to me, Mom, I'd like a timeless dress for me and my wedding, because she's seen this. And this picture screams 1996. And so does this frame. There's a reason this has been under 2 suitcases on top of a bookshelf that I pulled down today. Because I'm embarrassed. Okay? This frame cost $50. And back in 1996, that was like $500. Okay? This frame, I went and labored at the craft store for this frame. Because back in those days, you couldn't find these pictures. Like, this picture was $100. Okay? And then the frame. Well, this frame is not timeless, is it? Maybe in 100, 200 years, the great picture will be like, that's so cool. It's not now. So my other encouragement to you, besides your grieving, you will grieve, you will kick a dog somewhere along the line, is to choose a timeless frame. An example of not a timeless frame. My senior year is ruined. Why is that not a timeless frame? To me, it's my problem. What would be an example of a timeless frame? God is a good Father. You are dearly loved. He gives and takes away. He is trustworthy. Now it feels like I'm mad. I want to ride my bike to school. That frame's not going to work anymore. Let's move. All right? So I want to encourage you that A, you'll grieve, and B, choose a timeless frame. Much like Adrian wants a timeless dress, choose a timeless frame. One of your own making, because you seniors will need that too. That is applicable to all of us, okay? So with that being said, Brian, mention Pastor Grace, you want me to? Okay. With that being said, what we want to do to help you breathe a little bit better is next Friday, bring your phones to school day. Okay? All bets are on. You're going to be like, you're in the U.S. public school. One of the things we want to do is make sure that we capture
Be like you're in the US public school system.
Okay? In this room, one person could have experienced significant spiritual depth and breakthroughs. Talent shows, acted like an idiot, music mania, eating your lunch since kindergarten. All of these things, right? This room, so much to you. We want you to bring your phones to school. We want you to take pictures. Okay? Bring them. No one's going to say anything about what you take a picture of unless it's glued in class. But I expect all of my AP students to just be taking pictures of me the whole time. It's like making a paparazzi. Right? What we want to do by that is we're going to collect pictures, we're going to send them, we'll give you a place to send them. We want to create a really awesome piece of art that we take to the school. We want to take something of this and we're going to take it there. So next Friday, bring your camera / phone to school. No one's going to tell you to put it away. Won't that be awesome? Woo! All right.
Dale?
And we're going to trust that you will easily revert back to the rules. All right? Because we will Your family. We belong to each other, you guys. If you grieve like Adrian, or you grieve like Jack, find someone that you can grieve with, okay? Or Megan, marry him. Okay? So let me pray for us, and you guys can get out a little early and hopefully catch some fresh air. So, thank you, Lord Jesus, for times like this, we need it. So we pray that you would help us to both feel deeply and yet trust. We'll be all around the map on that, so we'll hold on to you, hold on to each other. Thank you so much for this group of students who are so dear and precious to us.
This is Rachel Clark's big announcement. Electricity apparently is off in the school, so it's an internal problem, and they're trying to fix it, and hopefully it will be back on soon. But yeah, you've got about 45 minutes break.